Let's talk about Trey Lance. I mean, he played well. He was 5 of 14. He's the best 5 of 14 you'll ever see. 3 passes were dropped. 2 passes didn't count. He had those 2 throws behind the line of scrimmage to Jawan Jennings. When Jimmy throws that, it's a completion. When Trey throws it, it's a backwards pass. Anyway, I thought he basically played well. But the question isn't, was he good or not? It was a preseason game. The question is, what do we learn about him? That's a different question. And to me, the answer is nothing. We didn't learn anything about him. And I don't blame him. What we learned? We learned he needs pass protection. He's not going to single-handedly make the Niners offensive line look good. He needs to use his legs. Even though he wants to prepare like a conventional quarterback, he's not one. And to call plays for him like he's Mac Jones is a mistake. And that's what happened today. The Niners basically kept him in the pocket. They kind of half rolled him out once, but he stayed in the tackle box the whole time. And what happened? He got sacked 4 times. It's really hard to evaluate a guy who is not being used the way he's going to be used in the regular season. It's getting sacked over and over and over and over again. I mean, the protection was bad. The receivers weren't getting open. So what did we learn from him? That he's not Superman? That he needs help? That he needs like a good game plan and some good players around him? Yeah. I mean, he had his 80-yard touchdown pass to freaking George Kittle. Excuse me, to Trent Sherfield. When the starters were in. When he had some starters on the offensive line. As soon as you took those guys out, it was just what would you call it? A shit show? You'd probably call it a shit show. I don't know. I felt like it was basically a wasted night. I mean, we saw that he can throw deep. He's got a nice arm. We saw that he would really benefit from some good starters on the offensive line and some guys who could get open. And a game plan that features his strengths, like his legs. So that's what we've seen from Trey Lance. But just remember, like when we watch in practice, he gets to run the zone read like 8 times a day. When he is not on third down, not in straight drop back mode, he gets to like roll left and right. He gets to get out of the pocket. He didn't get to do that today. So keep that in mind. He's really good at throwing on the run. He's okay at throwing from the pocket. I mean, he's a mobile quarterback. So you're looking for serviceable from the pocket. He is serviceable from the pocket. He did throw a couple of passes that could have been picked, but what you see from him is what you're going to see, is what you saw from Colin Kaepernick. They throw the ball so hard that even when it's interceptable, DBs usually drop it. Because if they had good hands, they'd be playing offense. So I think the fact that Trey Lance powers the ball so hard through the defense will reduce the interceptions. But again, it's like, I wish the 49ers would just show some of the stuff they're going to do with him during the season. I understand you want to keep it vanilla and not show all the little wrinkles, but there's 50 ways to run every concept. You can run some bootlegs without showing, your cards, your hand, while keeping some hands close, some cards close to the vest. So, I mean, good debut from Trey Lance. Could have been better if he'd been used the way they're using him in practice. And I just don't understand why you use him this way, considering if he doesn't win the quarterback competition, he's a part-time player coming in and running the zone read. If he does win the quarterback competition, he's running a ton of zone reads and play action bootlegs. So tonight he doesn't get to do either one of those things. I just feel like it's a waste. In the sense that we didn't learn anything new about Trey Lance. The evaluation we got of him was incomplete. How do you evaluate Trey Lance when he's not allowed to play like Trey Lance? What we saw was Trey Lance playing like Mac Jones. That's not fun. That's not Trey Lance. If this is how Kyle Shanahan wanted to call games for his quarterback, he should have stuck to his guns and taken Mac Jones. Because this game plan was a Mac Jones game plan. I understand that Kyle's going to do things differently. I've seen it in practice. It could be next game that he does things differently. But this game, one of 3 preseason games, I just don't understand. It seems like a waste. The evaluation of Trey Lance is incomplete. What did he do? He got hit. Anytime your quarterback gets sacked 4 times in one half, that's on the coach. You got to make an adjustment. I don't care if it's preseason. Those hits hurt. Roll them out.